when I graduate from school, I want to have a job along the lines of television and radio. One thing I really want to do is become an NBA reporter because I love the Bulls. Anytime I go to the United Center, I get all happy. I'm one of those annoying fans who is always chanting to the cheers above the light thing. And even when they're losing, for some reason, I'm still standing up, and I'm the one who has to get asked to sit down.
Alright, so this is a video I've been wanting to shoot for years, but I've been hesitant about it for a number of reasons, and tonight, in my heart, this is the time to finally do it. And I apologize in advance if you can't understand what I'm saying because I'm getting sick and I sound manly and groggy, and I'm also really tired considering it's 2 in the morning, but I'm determined to get this video done, and I promise at the end of this video you are going to be very inspired, if it makes sense, because I'm tired. But anyway, a lot of people assume that I got my start with hot new hip hop or ski, and if you just found out about me within the last 2 years and didn't watch my videos, you definitely think that. But I have been going at this for 5 years now, and I want to take it back to just when I was a kid. I always knew I wanted to be in front of the camera and on TV, and I always wanted to work in sports and entertainment. But my first big goal was to work for the Bulls, and I even did a video in 2009 saying, oh, I want to work for the Bulls, blah, blah, blah. And then a year later, I got hired by them as their production intern. I would go into detail about all of that, but I already did a whole video on that, so I'll put the link somewhere here so you can hear about how I even got that job, because that's pretty inspiring. But because I don't want to make a 5-hour video, we're going to skip past that. So I get this job with the Bulls, and when I first got it, I thought, oh, God gave me it because my dream's about to become a reality, because I'm meant for this. My dreams are going to come true. I'm going to do it. I'm going to work for the Bulls. I'm going to be a reporter and whatever. No, because what I learned from it was actually the complete opposite, and it showed me that I don't want to work for the Bulls or the NBA for that matter, or any organization or anything really corporate. And the reason I was hesitant about doing this video is because I thought that it would burn bridges or people would think I was trying to badmouth them, but I'm really not, and I'm doing it because I want to speak on the truth about it. I want to be transparent. I want people who are going through this to know that they're not alone when it comes to this. So whatever. If anyone from the organization sees this, I'm sorry if you're offended, but I'm going to speak the truth of how I feel with everything in regards to my experience working for the Bulls. Well, I guess I'll start off by saying that, okay, I was 20 years old at the time, their first production intern, and the youngest person in front office. So pretty sure it's safe to say that you guys assume that I was not taken seriously. Oh, on top of being a female. So, of course I wasn't taken seriously. And it sucked because I feel like I wasn't respected in a way. First, I looked useless because really, I know it was called an internship, but I didn't really work. My routine consisted of, while I worked every home game, pre-production, I would literally stand under a basket because they didn't let me touch any of the equipment or do any interviews or whatever. So I stood under the basket. And then what was so messed up about that was I got in trouble for talking to the players, even though I never initiated the conversation. They would come up to me, and it's like, if you put me under a basket for an hour, what do you think is going to happen? So that was stupid. So the first part would be okay, my task is pretty much stand on this basket and don't get hit by a basketball. awesome. So I can go into detail about the stuff that happened with that, about me getting in trouble and stuff. We'll talk about that another time, but just know that the reason I got in trouble was stupid, and yeah, whatever. I'm not even going to talk about it. Second thing I did was I would log the games, which I know I didn't really need to log them, because as I was logging them, so was the editor, and he was editing the game, so it was kind of like, what am I doing? And then the end of the games, I would say, is the most work I had to do, but it wasn't even really work, and it was, I would help with the live stream. So I would just make sure that the press conferences would be on the site, and then push all that equipment back upstairs to our office. That's not an internship. I'm sorry. That was like, I don't know. I think I also, like, I would stock refrigerators, or stock the refrigerator, like, in the production office. But it's like, what is that? And it's just, it was so sad, because it was like, I knew what I was capable of doing, and I was so excited for this internship, because I really wanted to help. I really wanted to help with production, but no, because I was 20 years old, a female, and whatever, everyone thought that I was just a face and I wasn't capable of doing anything, which pissed me off. So that happened, and you know, there was even one time, there was a few times actually, there was one time where I don't even know who the girl was. Oh, before I even get into this, like, just know that the people that I was close with, like, the actual people who hired me and I worked with, I love them. It was really the other people that I had a problem with. And this is what I mean. There was a time that this woman came up to me from front office, and don't even know her name. I'm going to call her Mean Lady, because I don't know your name. I just remember you based off of how you treated me. So Mean Lady came up to me and goes, "Oh, I'm surprised you didn't wear heels today," or I don't know, something like that, or like, "Oh, look, you didn't wear heels today." And it was like, okay, awesome, I know you're not blind, but like, what was the point of saying that comment? And it was just kind of like, if I want to wear heels, I'm going to wear heels. If I want to wear socks and no shoes, I'm going to wear socks and no shoes. But it was like, what was the point of that comment? So that's what I mean by these stupid little comments that I would get from people. And then I think even one time I got in trouble once for talking to Derek, which, again, I'll go into that in another video, but it wasn't even about that, and it was actually a business thing, and they didn't know that I knew him before I even started working for this organization. So it was like, with that, I literally got in trouble because, because, yeah, I mean, I guess they thought I was just like a groupie and whatever, trying to, you know, I'm not going to say it, but that's what they thought. And it was like, it wasn't even like that. And it just, now, you know, I'm really grateful, because one person who really always believed in me was Stacy King. And I remember sitting on that court talking to him about my dreams and what I wanted to do, and he gave me advice and told me not to give up. And I had only seen him, I ran into him once at the Pacers game, but then tonight, I met up with him in LA. It's his birthday, so happy birthday to him, and he was with all his friends, and it was so awesome to hear him say, "You blew up, like you did more than what I told him I wanted to do." And he said that he saw it in me before, like, all this happened, when I talked to him on that court. And it made my day, even though, like, I'm sure he's gonna see this, like, even though when you said it, Stacy, I was just like, oh, like, that's awesome, thank you for supporting me. Like, no, I really am so grateful for that, because you even knew, like, people didn't give me a chance, and they're hindering my growth, and it just sucked. And it feels good to honestly just be able to look back at how far I have come. I came from standing under a basket watching pre-production stuff. Like, they didn't even let me, like, mic them. Like, that's how much they didn't let me do. And now I'm I'm doing my own interviews, and I'm sure I'm going to interview the players again, even though I already have in a way. And it's like I'm doing something beyond what I thought I wanted this whole time, and it's just stupid because it's like, I don't know. There's a few lessons I want people to take away from this. First of all, if you're young, like whatever, 18, 19, 20. I was 20 years old at the time. I was 19 when I started going after my dreams. Don't care about what people say if they say you're too young or you don't know anything or they don't take you seriously, because you know what? One day they're going to see it and be like, oh, he or she actually did it. I probably should have gave them a chance. 2, if you're an older person, stop being mean to that intern, because you don't know like what you're actually doing to that intern. Like, what I will say about myself is I can take a lot of backlash and I can deal with like the negativity, but there's some of you in that organization that really like killed my dreams. Like you ruined my dream. Like I wanted to work for the Bulls, and now here I am 5 years later saying I wouldn't work for that organization, and no matter how much money it was, because it was like, like I said, I felt so disrespected. And I just wanted to encourage like the young person right now watching this video, don't ever give up on your dreams that you have, no matter what people say. And it may, like, you may find yourselves in positions where you get something that you thought you wanted and then it ends up not working out, and it's like you just go with it. Just learn whatever you're supposed to learn, and like just don't hold grudges, because you know what, even though, yes, like I remember the people who treated me like crap when I was there, it's not that I don't hold that against them, because like I said, I understood. I was the new person that was there. I know how people are, the whole no new friends thing, whatever, I guess that applied back then, even though that song wasn't even out yet. And like, I get it. I understood why you guys were like that, but if you're watching this video, like, can you please like not do that to the new intern that you have this year or next year or years to come, because it's so discouraging in a way, and it's so unnecessary, because you know what it was like to be in that position. You weren't always in the position that you were in at front office. You weren't always high up there. Everyone started from somewhere, so just don't treat people like that. So I guess that would be the other lesson. Don't treat people badly, especially if you've been there before, because it's just not a fun feeling. So I don't know. I don't really know how to end this video, because I just rambled on about a lot of things, but I just really wanted to get that off my chest. Like, you know, a lot of people see like my pictures, my interviews or whatever, and think that my life is just perfect and I never went through anything. And no, that's not it at all. I haven't spoke on it. And I'm not saying I went through like all these trials and tribulations. I really didn't, because God has really blessed me. But I did go through some things that I am going to talk about, and I just wanted to let you know, like, things aren't always like what they seem. So don't judge things based off of what you see on social media or whatever, because there is no one in this world that just has a smooth life and doesn't go through hardships. And yeah, that's my video. This is long. I'm really tired. Probably didn't make sense, but hopefully it inspired you, or at least someone. If it inspired one, like, I'm good with that, because that's all that really matters, just inspiring one person. So if that one person was you, let me know in the comments, and I'll be back every Tuesday with a new inspirational video. So I will see you next week. There is someone out there who is going through either what you went through or what you've been going through, who isn't strong enough to handle it, and they're lost and they don't know what to do.